Well, as summer winds down, a new school year is beginning. Many students are feeling more than just back to the first day jitters. Back to school anxiety is a growing concern for children and parents.
Well, joining us this morning to talk about how to deal with this anxiety is AltaPointe health psychiatrist Dr. John Olson. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's talk about some of those early signs that a student may be dealing with that anxiety as it relates to going back to school.
Sure. First, I think that it's important to establish that there is such a thing as healthy anxiety. Not all anxiety is bad. Most anxiety is quite uncomfortable. So the idea that parents or students alike might be experiencing some anxiety right now, I think is pretty normal.
Right.
Now, the question is, when do we start to think maybe there's a problem here? When it stops making sense in context. So, first week or two of school, we're easing into a new routine, this kind of thing. If it lingers, if there's starting to be some other symptoms that come along with just that overall sense of worry, that's when, we should have at least a yellow flag going off in our minds.
Absolutely.
I've got a daughter that is going for the first time from elementary school to the middle school level. It's a totally new school, new environment, new people that she's going to have to get to know. How do you really assist a child that's going through that kind of transition, whether it be from middle school to high school or other levels?
The best thing we can do as parents is just set a good model. We don't get a lot of instruction about how to have good mental health when we're growing up. So being calm and collected, of course, confident with your children, and just helping them understand what's going on inside. You might be feeling some anxiety right now. That can be normal. Let's talk about ways that we can work through this. You can start to share some of your own tips with them. The most important thing, I think, is routine, and that's why that 1 to 2 weeks kind of comes into play there. We get into the new routine, they start to warm up to their new classmates and their new teachers. That's when I would figure things would start to ease up.
And that's what I wanted to talk about, having a routine kind of set by the end of summer. That way, they're getting used to it before school even starts. Talk about that a little bit. Do you think that's beneficial to parents?
Absolutely.
And students?
To start to ease out of the summer break routine and into the school routine by bedtimes, by wake-up times, starting to get into those early morning routines just a little bit at a time so it's not such a shock once the day one of school comes.
Now, starting a new school year can be a little uneasy for students and parents, but at what point does it go beyond first day or back to school jitters and we might consider professional help?
So when there starts to be an excessive amount of classes missed, for example, that would be something to raise concern about. Anxiety has a way of snuffing the joy out of parents and children alike, and if something seems wrong, trust your intuition about that as a parent.
Absolutely. And if somebody is watching this and they feel like, well, my student is already feeling anxiety, what should they do? Where should they go? How can they get in contact with you?
If it gets to the point of feeling like there's a problem that requires professional help, certainly talk with the school about that, talk with the teacher about that. That would be another good cue that maybe something else is needed. And you can call AltaPointe Health or any mental health provider close to home.
How can we help our students sort of reinforce the joy and the excitement that can come with the start of a new school year?
By being confident and headstrong yourselves, thinking about this, sharing positive memories about school. School is a sore subject for, I think, a lot of us for the most part, but just letting them know, hey, this is a time to meet friends, this is a time to learn, and this is a time to be excited.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. John Olson. We appreciate you.
My pleasure.